Hi. Okay, so my name's Thomas Lee. I'm from Raiffeisen Bank International. Actually, I've been working with the Atlassian guys, the ByteSource team, for I think 4 years now. All the guys at the back, they're dressed so very, very smartly, which is by far the smartest I've ever seen them dressed, by the way. You look fantastic, guys. Or you're going to go get married later, or maybe a job interview, I'm not sure, but you look great. Okay, good. So I'm a customer success story from ByteSource. They asked me along today just to come and present what we did and how we implemented Service Desk. We've actually been using JIRA for a long time in our environment and Confluence. And what I just want to say is I'm from the risk department, basically, from the IT part of the risk department. And we have a hugely distributed risk environment. We have a single risk platform, and this is distributed across many, many countries. So in fact, my customers are spread all across Europe, which is why I have this wonderful map here. They're red, by the way, because they delivered their files late. So we were supposed to calculate on time, but clearly they did not. This is one from one of our dashboards. And on each of these locations, we have various servers, and we have customers spread across this entire area. So we have a large customer base, and all support is given from the central head office guys and girls, of course, some of which are here today. I'll embarrass them later. I'll also embarrass you, Marcus, somehow. Good. Okay, so why did I decide to switch to Service Desk or implement Service Desk? If, exactly like you said, if I already had JIRA, why would I switch to Service Desk? First of all, I had an old system in place that I wasn't very happy with. This is not just I wasn't very happy with it, also my customers and some of my team were unhappy with it. So we decided to switch, or we'd like to switch, and I got enough complaints about it. So I thought, okay, how can I switch? We already use JIRA and Confluence. How would we link this then to this Service Desk? Alex said, you can try Service Desk and take a look at it. So I took a look at it, and actually what I really liked about it, the first thing that I really like the simplicity, I like the clear interface. I always like this stuff with HTML5 and the way it looks like. I like very, very plain, simple UIs, which our other solution does not have. It's really customizable, links into JIRA, which we already have, which the guys use for lots of actually, you just mentioned DevOps. We also do DevOps. And this is one of the critical points for me. One of the reasons that we use DevOps is the responsibility of our developers. Responsibility is such an important thing for a developer, because the problem is, of course, a developer will implement something and say, well, it's finished, ops problem now, ha, 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 and just watch everything burn to the ground, but no problem, different team. Well, no, it's a very different scenario if you implement something and then you're responsible for it afterwards. So this is where this link came in, to linking DevOps as well for my team and giving a front end to the other guys. This goes along with this tailored service. Tailored service is a very nice business word you can use to your business departments when you're trying to sell them something. Good. Okay, so I like the look of it. What I don't like, though, is this. I don't like project plans and things like that. This really annoys me. I come from an Agile background. I've only ever been trained in Agile, and waterfall I've always found never fitted. So I am allergic to this. So I decided, okay, if I'm going to go for this Service Desk stuff, how can I do this? I thought, well, actually, I don't want to spend too much time and seeing if this works or if it doesn't work. Making a pre-study, doing an effort estimation for the pre-study of the pre-study, finding out if this was okay or not, implementing nothing at all, making a proof of concept. And I thought, no, I don't want to do this. So I gave the ByteSource guys and my team a challenge. I said, guys, I want Service Desk in just 2 days. I want 1-day workshop where you do everything, and I'll give you guys, I'll be generous and I'll give you a day all ready to install it and make it work. So what did we do? We installed Service Desk, 0.5 of a day. This was really, really quick. We just added it on top of our basic infrastructure. The guys just checked the functionality, checked the plugins, checked the reporting, made sure everything was behaving like it looked like it should. Of course, the guys actually had no idea what my objective was. I just said, do this, please, and then they had no idea that we were going to end up on a workshop. So we checked the connectivity with the customers, made sure they could all log in, made sure everything was working. After just 1 day, it was. Everything was absolutely fine. By the way, thank you, Georg. It was actually Georg who did all the work behind the scenes. And then we came and said, okay, now we can go for the workshop. So this is exactly what we did. I don't have any pictures of the workshop. I tried to get some, but maybe Alex will be able to put some up later on the website. This would be cool. Anyway, so who was involved in this? Okay, we have the service manager, release manager, one of the DevOps team, and the ByteSource technician. This was the people that attended this workshop. And I said, guys, you have 1 day. That's it, 1 day. And in this 1 day, I want all of the ticket types. I want you to define all of the new processes. And it was important to me that they didn't, because the last process sequence of events was half ITIL and half bent towards the tool that we're trying to use. So it's like ITIL, but with a limitation here and a limitation there, which was really great for customers, of course. They really enjoyed using that horrible thing. So I wanted them to throw away the old and come up with a completely fresh idea of how it should be implemented if they were going to do it in an agile DevOps way. Good, so we started implementing the SLAs, very important for managers that we have SLAs and timers and reports and all that kind of stuff. And then we wanted to go online and send the email to all of our customers saying, good evening, now we switched to service desk. Here's the link, thanks very much, team RCRS. That's what we call the retail credit risk solution. And we did. We did this in 1 day. The guys sat together with Georg, they defined all the processes, they defined everything brand new, and it took 1 day. So after, I think about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, I came to see them. I was away doing manager stuff, you know, coffee and meetings and that kind of thing. Mainly coffee. And I came to see them in the evening and said, okay, good, have you done all the work? And they were like, yes, no problem, it's done. Oh, okay. And then I looked in my inbox and there was an email from the guys saying, good morning and welcome to service desk. So I was actually quite impressed. And then I thought, well, okay, does it actually work for a start? It did, to my surprise. And this is what it looks like. And now I didn't need to send out an instruction manual. I didn't need to inform the countries, all of my countries, with a complicated procedure, a complicated workflow. What came out was this super simple interface. Request for change, report incident, get IT help. I don't need an instruction manual for this. I didn't need any huge rollout plan for 15 countries. I informed 15 countries, or my team informed 15 countries in less than a day. It was really incredible. So this was really, from my point of view, an incredible success. And as David mentioned before, we also implemented all this SLA stuff. So you look at all those priorities and what time you're going to be. Because the reporting's, I mean, JIRA has excellent reporting. And I thought, great, we're going to have loads of fantastic reports for all my managers and be very happy and live dashboards and things like that. But actually, oh, hello. Okay, now I've broken the thing. Hang on a minute. David, fix it for me while I talk. Good. Okay. So actually what happened was, I thought the reporting would give us everything we wanted because JIRA is very good at reporting and velocity charts and agile management and all that kind of stuff. This is great for management. But actually it didn't come with as much customization as I wanted. Thank you. It didn't come with as much customization as I wanted to see. So we actually had to add in extra plugin. But to give you some feedback from my team, from my guys, they said it's really fast and simple, which they really like. It links up. The old system was actually quite slow. You know, when you click on a ticket and you have to wait and you're not quite sure if you get feedback and whatever. But with HTML5, everything works really, really great. This looks really nice. I like all this type of online feeling. No client installs, nice and clean and fast. This is really good. Okay, so back to your question. You also asked why bother with Service Desk. Actually, this gave all of my customers one really nice front end, one entry portal into all of our stuff. We've got years and years and years of history built up in Confluence, knowledge-based articles, how to do things, Jenkins in 2 minutes, how to deploy SaaS, what we're going to do with RCRS next, everything's all in the knowledge base. But as a brand new customer in a bank, thousands of kilometers away, who've got no idea what we do, this is very hard to find all this information. But now we've given them one single front end, and not just a single front end, but a very simple looking front end with a great search function. So this works really well. This is one thing that I like very much. It's great for DevOps. It links fantastically with JIRA, of course. I mean, it is JIRA, just with a slightly different face on it. But this works really well. And now we also added this Easy BI plugin. I mentioned this here especially because this was really good for live reporting. This was quite a nice plugin that the guys added. This was pretty good. And the funny thing is, we did this, I think, on, was it Monday morning or something like that? And by the afternoon, a nice lady from Albania called me and said immediately, "Oh, we've switched to this service desk." And I was like, "Aha, here we go, first complaint." Actually, no, this was her first statement here. And I thought, okay, cool. I mean, that's really nice to get feedback immediately from different countries. And I thought, okay, what else is going to happen? And then I started to get the emails and I started to get the feedback and chat messages and whatever. And it was really, thank God you switched. And actually my customers felt like I'd done something for them. This was quite a nice thing. I mean, it wasn't so hard to implement. It was just 2 days of effort. Or in fact, a day and a half. Jörg is very quick. And the effect from my customers was they had a different feeling of our service, which was really nice. And they also got to see a different side of us. They got to see more of this development side and more all this documentation that's going on in the background that's now linked into this one easy to access portal, which they didn't have before. Before they just had an awkward ticket system with, that looked like it's from Windows 95 or NT or even worse, ME, and just crashed all the time. And this was a huge revelation for them, and they really enjoyed this. So from our side, our point of view, my feedback from service desk would be absolutely it's worth implementing. And this experience that I had of doing a workshop for 1 day, defining everything with the team, customizing everything to exactly how they wanted it, was really perfect. And I really, really enjoyed working in this way. And I didn't have to make a project plan either, which was even better. And it only cost me 2 days. Good. So, any questions? Or sorry, that was a closed statement. What are your questions? None. Oh no, one. Hello. Sorry, make it as awkward as possible for the microphone guy. Make him run.
Well, you switched 1 day from old to new one.
Yep.
Did you have to import all some issues from the old system into JIRA and
yes. Yeah, we did. I can't remember how many. It wasn't such a large number, so we just did it manually. I don't know if it's worth setting up, for example, an automated interface. Like I have 1,000 issues, and then I set up an interface that automatically exports into a CSV, and the CSV converts them into agile tickets or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it because it's only a one-time activity. But yes, we did, but we just manually created them. If this was your question. Yeah, but I mean, JIRA and Confluence, they come with a normal REST API. So normally, if you have actually the Atlassian guys. I'm a very creative person, and I assume that everything can be done in IT. This is my default assumption. I mean, I think it's also the correct one. And so if I say to the ByteSource guys, I want to import all of these tickets automatically from an export from HPQC or whatever, they will just build it for me. Because they are permanently assigned to my team, so I can just have these ideas and then they'll just do it for me. So this is one thing that I can rely on, the fact that I can implement these crazy ideas that I have, and actually ByteSource are more like a consultancy company that are permanently there for me with many people, not just a consultant. Because I'm always worried that if I have a consultant, that he will disappear, and then, oh God, I'm left with something that's nobody else knows how it works. So in this respect, I just rely on them to just do it. Okay, next. Any more questions? Come on, there must be something. Or you're just dying to go drinking. Then I assume no. But I mean, my guys, I'm here. I will be drinking over there. But what you can be sure of, I told my team I would embarrass them first. So can you put your hands up, please, guys? Yes, I'm looking at you, and there's one back there as well. Hello, what's going So if you want to ask them questions, because I'm of course this awful manager who makes wonderful assumptions and marks everything as green and fantastic and isn't this wonderful, and in reality of course you ask the technician and say no, it's crap, it's broken. If you want to know the reality, also go and speak to the technicians and they will tell you about it, okay? Rather than just assuming what I'm saying is true, because I'm sure you are assuming what I'm saying is true, right?